I've always enjoyed the Crew games for what they are. I treat them, with some other titles, as their own subgenre of the wider racing umbrella, though it's super common for sim racing purists to become snobby, sadly, as there's a lot of game and fun to be enjoyed here. The footage in this video is all from the PS5 closed beta test which I took part in over the past weekend. Full disclosure, I managed to get about 3 hours total in the beta, so bear that in mind when listening to my views. This isn't a review, just a general impression based on that time. I'm going to give a basic rundown for those new to the series or those just curious. The Crew Motorfest takes place on the pretty gorgeously imagined island of Oahu, Hawaii. It looks really nice day or night and there always seems to be something happening on screen. I was driving and realised planes were doing acrobatics overhead, making the island feel all the more real. Though, to contrast this, I do wish that developers could figure out a way to have more traffic on the roads. Sometimes it felt like I almost had exclusivity over the island, but as I said, this is closed beta. It's possible this could change before release. Did you get into the closed beta? If so, what's your feedback? I'd love to know in the comments down below. It's entirely open world, so anywhere on the island you can drive, with random challenges set about the map, whether they be speed traps, slaloms, photo opportunities and more. I really felt like there was something to do at all times, which was really fun. It wasn't overwhelming, it just let me think that there's a lot of game here. So whether you want to go off-roading up the side of a volcano or sprinting along freeways, Motorfest has you covered. The buzzwords I kept hearing was car culture. Motorfest is positioning itself as a celebration of many different car cultures, from Japanese street racing to British classics and everything in between. These are presented as playlists. In these playlists, you'll take part in challenges relating to a specific theme, maybe a vintage playlist or a motorsport one. There's something to keep everyone interested. The Crew boasts a pretty insane 600 plus cars to choose from. Cars, quads, trucks, bikes, they're all apparently here. That boggles my mind, though I'm sure some will say that isn't enough. I was playing on a controller, and even playing this way, the different cars really did feel different to one another, and I could race circuit type events just as well as drift. Well, maybe I was worse drifting, but that's a skill issue. I can't drift to save my life. Is this a simulator? No, but it's not trying to be. It feels great for what it is. A fun, action-packed, arcade-style racing game with a ton of things to do. Based on the closed beta, do you think you're going to be picking up the Crew Motorfest? Let me know. If you're enjoying this video, please do hit the like button. It helps so much with the YouTube gods as it shows that people actually like it and it'll show the video to more people. Please also consider subscribing and hitting the bell button so that you're notified every time I post a video. And don't forget, I also stream on Kick daily. Just search for Pit Lanes over there. I'm going to address the elephant in the room. Comparisons are, of course, going to be made between this and the Forza Horizon series. I must admit, from this closed beta, it did play very much like a Forza Horizon game in both its delivery and gameplay experience. Though, while I see many people comparing and contrasting the two, I don't see this as a binary thing. I don't know why, if a person likes Forza Horizon, they immediately have to hate the Crew Motorfest or vice versa. You're allowed to own both, and you're allowed to enjoy both. Unless there's something you objectively do not like, then you're just stopping yourself from having fun. There's room for more than one game in a subgenre, and honestly, as consumers, we should encourage it rather than let the developer think they've won, as it'll push both to really push the limits in their next offerings. I really enjoyed the latest Forza Horizon, and honestly, I feel like I'm really going to enjoy this too. There's a ton of things to do. This is one of those games where you're following a waypoint and a challenge appears on the map just near you, so you go and do that, finding yourself coming out of a rabbit hole an hour later wondering what you were trying to do in the first place. For me, that's the mark of a game with potential. So that's what I'll say right now. Stopping short of a review, I will say I had fun, there's potential here, and I will probably pick it up when it releases. I'd love to know what you think. Do you prefer Forza or the Crew? Will you be picking this up? Have you played in this beta? And what are your impressions? Please do let me know down below, and I'll see you in the next one.